So after my recent win on the Lorville Outskirts track, I wanted to continue to work on my rep for Wildstar Racing. Today I figured we'd tackle our second track, but first I needed a new racing ship, so I just picked up the Mirai Razor from New Deal in Lorville, and wanted to test it out in Area 18 as I headed back to pick up some gear. I guess I'll explain why I need the new ship. See, I've been testing these racing tracks in the Persistent Universe, so on the live servers, and that's just because Arena Commander currently seems to have a bug where I can't pull up my hangar. So to tackle this track, we absolutely need a ship with a quantum drive, so in the event of a crash, we can get back there as quick as we can. So I grabbed my racing helmet and my undersuit, and the track we're going to tackle today is called the Icebreaker. It's located just outside of Microtech, and it's the second track that you unlock with your Wildstar Racing rep. I've got to say, I'm a huge fan of the Razor so far. It seems to be just a great all-purpose racing ship. The quantum drive is definitely handy, but it's still nimble and responsive. It's also incredibly fast in a straight line. I'm looking forward to putting this thing through its paces in atmosphere. So I'm happy with my purchase, but I've noticed it is thirsty. Before we make the jump over to Microtech, we do need a quick top-up. One of the cool things about racing is that it's a pretty low entry fee, so this is just a bare-bones stock ship. I haven't even updated the quantum drive, so jumps take a bit longer, but overall it's more than enough for what we need to tackle today. And I've got to say, this track looks incredible. The Icebreaker just isn't a cool name. It's an effective way to describe the experience. This frozen track is located on the Microsoft moon of Euterpe, and it's a 20-kilometer track with multiple elevation changes, a variety of quick corners, and one of the coolest features is that the visibility comes and goes on the racetrack. So I take a few low passes just to try and survey the scene. One thing that is challenging on these racetracks is that you really need to memorize the layout. There are nav markers, but I don't find them dependable enough when you're first starting on a fresh track. The official description for the Icebreaker is face off against the frigid winds that cover the mountains of the Euterpe Advanced Research Laboratory, or bide your time and hope that the weather clears. Whatever your choice, know that the Icebreaker takes no prisoners. So after surveying the track, one final low pass, and I'm ready to go. It's time to start the practice run. So my plan for this run was to keep it in couple mode and take it slow. I line up with the starting gates, and then realize I've faced the wrong direction. We'll chalk that one up to nerves on the first pass. I wouldn't say this track is too technical. It's more about keeping consistent and maintaining your speed so you can transition into the corners. But I still made some mistakes, going once again in the wrong direction. So that's going to be enough for a 2-minute and 9-second run. I've got a lot of work to do to cut that down to platinum. So all I can do is fire it up again. This time we're going to take it with a bit more thrust and speed in the corners, and we're going to fly decoupled. Definitely a few close calls, but I'm starting to get a feel for where I can push the track and where I need to be more stable. This run I improved my time again, knocking off almost 30 seconds. That's pretty good progress. I can get in one more lap before I've got to take a break. Coming back fresh, I decided I'm going to push the Razor as hard as I can this time. I've been struggling with this turn on every run. I swing wide one more time, but I know I've got some time to make up there. But overall in the corners, I can transition better, I'm carrying more speed, and I have more thrust available for the long straight. So just like that, we hit our platinum. But I'm not happy with the time. I just snuck that under the gun. So I decided to take a few more practice laps, and it ends in typical fashion. To be fair, that's long overdue. It was just a matter of time doing this on the live servers. But it gives me some time to reflect and just appreciate the sights around Tressler. See, one thing I'm really enjoying about the game is just sometimes you're just stunned by the visuals. So I take it slow, I enjoy a little jaunt over Microtech, I clear my head and focus, and just relax before I finally push this track one more time. So I take one more slow pass just to get a handle for the track and look for any obstacles. Conveniently, I do find my death marker, but we're just gonna ignore that. So we accept the contract, line up one more time, and get ready to go. So we hit platinum again. It's not as fast as I wanted on this track. The good news is, I know there's a ton of corners I can still pick up some speed on, and I left a ton of time on the final section of the track. And when you look at the SER leaderboards, there are people running this track under a minute. So I'll keep going at it, keep practicing and keep getting better. But the best thing about the racing in this game is that it's just a unique, fun experience, and you can do it anytime.
Can I sit next to you?
So let me know your thoughts on this racing series. I'm having a blast creating it. I'm going to continue to do more, likely knocking off every single track, and then working on my times. If this video has inspired you and you're thinking about joining Star Citizen, be sure to use my referral code. It gives you 5,000 credits, and in addition, right now, there is a bonus event. You'll pick up a set of armor, a backpack, a multi-tool, and some weapons, but it is limited time. I think it only goes to January 8th. But hit me up in the comments below or on Discord if you have any questions, and I'll walk you through it. So again, I hope you're enjoying the racing content. I plan to continue the series. These videos just take a boatload of time to put together. As always, thank you for supporting the channel. And if you have any racing experience, tips or tricks, leave them in the comments below. Clearly, I need all the help I can get. Thanks again, and take care.